What up, Long Beach? Welcome back to the 562.org. It's Tyler.
And Mike, and this high school football video is brought to you by our friends at Naples Rib Company. All of our high school football coverage this year is sponsored by the Terry Donahue Memorial Showcase, the biggest free recruiting event in the state, and all of our Long Beach Poly coverage this year sponsored by Bryson Financial. Thanks to all our sponsors.
Wow, they are lined up early for this one, Mike. We knew it was the big game. We've been selling it as the Moore League Super Bowl all week, and you can see people ready to get in, get their tickets scanned, and check this thing out. Things looking a little different tonight with the tarp around the field, but Poly head coach Stephen Barbie hope things look the same as they have since 2009, Poly's last Moore League loss.
Junior quarterback Deuce Jefferson in a big spot tonight for the Jackrabbits. Millikan has been patiently waiting a whole year for this opportunity after taking Poly to overtime last year.
And Romeo Pelham ready for prime time. He's been building this program up to get to this point, and with a guy like Anthony League and their offensive line, there's reason to feel confident if you're a Millikan fan. But there's been a lot of hype surrounding this game. Obviously, a lot of that's our fault, but we love it, right? They're both sides here looking to prove a point. Poly's, they've had a lot of losses in the non-league this year, and obviously they want to stay as the Moore League champions, but Millikan, they want to take that title from them. Oh man, the goosebumps are going. I cannot wait to get this game started, Mike. And I don't know about your city, but this is how we do Friday Night Lights in the LBC. Palm trees and pigskin. Let's get it.
Stage is set, the crowd is hype, and we've got Fiend on repeat. Tyler,
Fiend,
let's freaking go.
Fiend. I heard about 12,000 times.
I thought it was a league. I thought they were saying league, actually.
The Rams get it first, and Poly has watched film. They were tapped in on league early on, Toa Tamasoa with the tackle for loss, and then the other defensive end, Jaden Hernandez, blows this play up, and it also leads to a penalty flag on Millikan, and penalties early on really hurt the Rams as they got off to a slow start in this football game.
Yeah, that first drive really hampered by those penalties. When Poly got it, they got Kamari Smith going right away. That's definitely a good plan. The throw the ball to Uno plan. But the Millikan defense did come up with a stop as EJ Enriquez spins Smith down for a loss. They were keyed in on that one. So big moment here for the Jackrabbits as they're going to punt the ball away for the first time. But a big first miscue in this game on the muff on that punt. Poly's Jonathan Weston, Johnny on the spot, he jumps on it to set the Jackrabbits up with a short field.
Look, no one's going to play a perfect game. You knew mistakes would happen and maybe early, and then Poly would take advantage again. The throw it to Kamari play is still working as it sets up first and goal, and then back to Smith again, who holds on through contact. That was a great catch for the score as Poly takes the 6-0 lead, 2:27 left in the first. So a slow start offensively, that would change.
Yeah, you could say that. D-Block then forces a 3-and-out to get it back to the offense. So the Jackrabbits looking to get some momentum going here on the road. They go to their home run hitter, Ben Harris. Takes this one to the house in a blink. But, hold on, Tyler. It is waved off due to a holding call. This would be a bit of a theme tonight.
Yes.
For both of these teams as the Jackrabbits are going to run it back.
Yeah, seeing the O-lines back up is kind of a motif in this video, but Poly able to settle down and put together a nice drive after that penalty as Deuce is going to scramble away from pressure. Then he's going to fire one to Jaden Coley right into your screen. Nice play along the sidelines. Then again with his legs, Deuce is going to scamper, and this would set up a 4th and short situation. But the Jackrabbits are going to go for it as they're deep in Millikan territory. And then watch the vision by Harris. Bounces it outside, then has the patience, cuts it through the hole, races in for 6. It is 12-0 Poly here early in the second quarter, and the visitors feeling very confident, putting Millikan back on their heels at this point.
Yeah, absolutely, and taking advantage of those mistakes. But the Rams offense did finally come to life as J.P. Mielowski is going to hit League on the wheel route and the get it to 7 plan. Definitely a good one for Millikan. Then Mielowski keeping it himself on the read option. A nice pickup to move the sticks. That's kind of what they needed. They really needed to just take some time off the clock and get in a rhythm. Then on the keeper, Mielowski finds an open target, fires a strike to Kato K and on him. The Rams are on the board. Now it's just a 12-7 lead for the Jackrabbits midway through the second quarter.
Poly, though, able to answer back quickly. Jefferson hits Ezekiel Orozco for a big gain. Poly certainly glad to have him back in the lineup. And then near the goal line, I mean, look at the massive humanity move its way into the end zone. Don't worry, Ben Harris is in there somewhere with the ball. It's eventually going to be awarded a touchdown. And you can see the Poly fans going crazy. A quick answer from the Jackrabbits. They've got the momentum back on their side, 19-7 with a little over 3 minutes till the half.
But let the back and forth begin. Landon Ross with a huge kickoff return is going to go deep into Poly territory, plus a pair of personal fouls would end up getting tacked on And that's probably not what you want to do after giving up a big return, because Millikan starts off inside the 10. They go power, and it's Aissa Talifi jumping the pile. The Rams back within a score, 19-14. Now a minute 54 seconds left until halftime.
Yeah, so the Rams definitely have their confidence in their footing now. The crowd's into it, all that. But that did leave Poly with plenty of time as Jefferson goes back to Orozco for a big gain and a dribble drive into Millikan territory. Better hold on to that football a little bit tighter. Then Deuce going to find Ben Harris in the flat, and he'll fight his way down to the 20. As I mentioned, the back and forth here, it's like a ping pong going back and forth. Then Deuce fires the slant to Jaden Hernandez for the easy score. Jackrabbits leading 26-14 at the half, and the vibes are high for the visitors. They're feeling good as they were able to get that score, and remember, they get the ball first.
Yeah, what an awesome scene, though, at halftime. We get caught up in the rivalries. Obviously, everyone does, but we can all experience joy together, Tyler, no matter who you're rooting for. We really love this new tradition that Millikan's got going with the cheerleaders dancing together.
Poly does get the ball first, as I mentioned, but this stop by Millikan is going to force a 4th and short near midfield. Poly going to be aggressive and go for it, but a big moment in this football game. Deuce is going to keep it himself, and he hits a wall. League was the first to meet him, and it's a huge turnover on downs for the Millikan defense as they quickly get it into the hands of their offense. Mike, I'm going to give you a guess. Where are they going with it?
Well, Tyler, they're gonna make Poly pay for it right away as League cuts through the defense for a 44-yard touchdown. That run puts him over 1,000 yards on the season, which is a big personal milestone for him. But more importantly for this game, it cuts that Jackrabbit lead down to just 4 points, 26-22. And boy, prepare to see a lot more of this kid.
Yes, plenty more to come. Poly's offense then with a quick 3 and out. That's going to get the Rams offense right back on the field. First play of that drive, Anthony League with a grown man run. I mean, look at the repeated stiff arms. It looked like he turned into a boxer, and then they were like, oh, wait, we should tackle him. No, he's not going down. Unbelievable. Hands on heads on the sidelines. They literally can't believe it. Back to the theme. It was called back. He was called for a face mask there, so that would wave off the touchdown. On the very next play, it goes to Xavier Jones. He almost turns the corner and breaks this one all the way. It would have been a big play inside the 10 for Millikan, but again, a penalty is going to wave it off, and you can see the frustration from the Millikan offense. They're like, we had 2 scores, I thought, and we're going the wrong way.
But the Rams stick with it, and 2 plays later, it's Mielowski to Ethan Nowden, and he will house it. We're carefully scanning the turf, no yellow hankies on the green there. Roller coaster of emotion for the Rams, but they get that go-ahead score. And you can almost feel the release of tension in the student section, that Millikan mob, and on the Millikan sideline.
Later in the quarter, the door going to reopen for Poly on this punt as Juju Johnson makes the return over towards his home sideline. A nice return as he gets down near the 20-yard line. And then Harris immediately taking advantage of the short porch, his 3rd rushing TD of the night as he's just going to keep on running. Poly's back on top, 33-29 with 3:50 left in the 3rd quarter.
But the Rams offense went right back to work with League, and boy, you talk about bringing your hard hat. Mielowski, though, is going to hit Big Jude Nelson over the middle to move the chains. Feels like every pass is a double win for Millikan because it makes that Poly defense think twice about loading up on the run. And boy, there just was no amount of loading up that they could do. X puts the Rams back on top with a 21-yard scamper, 35-33 Rams. A minute left in the 3rd quarter, and this is where you can feel them taking control.
Yeah, and headed to the 4th quarter, the Rams in position for the win. They've been in this spot before, trying to finish it off. Coach Pelham giving them the speech. Got to finish right here. Let's get it done. But Poly's passing attack gets back in rhythm, going to Kamari to pick up a 1st down. And then on 3rd and 11, Deuce looking for it all and connecting with the freshman Zion Anderson. 27-yard touchdown. Poly's back up by 5 with 10:50 left as we're just going back and forth.
Rams able to respond, though. First going to Landon Ross for a nice pickup down the near sideline. And then, guess who? It's League running through a gaping hole, and he's untouched for the score. His 3rd touchdown in the second half puts Millikan back on top, 41-40 with 9:15 left. And this is the kid That's the repeatable thing that Millikan has not had previously, Tyler.
Right. Poly's now trying to hold serve with their offense. This pass is complete along the sideline, but Dylan Nelson is going to punch it out, and Sir Bible is there to recover it. A huge turnover. I'd appreciate it if you refer to me as Colonel or Sir. I believe I've earned it, as he's got the belt to prove it. A huge play for the Rams defense, and Millikan more than happy to keep feeding the beast. Look how many Poly defenders they need to try to bring this guy down. Anthony, Major League, embracing the contact with authority and the stare down. Oh my.
47-40 Rams. You said feeding the beast. Felt like they were feeding Poly defenders to the beast as Anthony League seeking contact and finishing through it. Poly still in position to tie or take the lead, but insert Malik Stacy. Wow. Full extension for the interception. Actually landed on the ball, kind of hurt himself there, but you can see the pure elation from the Rams as they get the ball back. That was a huge moment and close to a game clincher. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just let Seven put the team on his back, running like a man possessed. And you can see the controlled aggression.
I mean, he's just hungry, man. Like, that's crazy. You just don't see performances like this, especially against the vaunted Poly defense. And again, he's headed to that corner of the end zone, and he will get there. What a night for number 7. Oh my goodness, we're going to have to switch to cell phone cam to check out the collision at the end of this play. I mean, that is how you arrive violently with the ball in your hands. Those 4s ain't for the fourth quarter, Mike. That's 4 touchdowns, 27 carries, 258 yards, and 4 touchdowns for Anthony League. What a performance. This will go down in Millikan history for sure.
Well, you got to remember he had 180 yards and 4 touchdowns in the second half alone, and he was playing a linebacker. I mean, what a monster. Poly trying to keep hope alive. Jefferson looking to drive him back down and get another score, but on 4th and goal, his scamper comes up short, and that means the celebration can begin on that other sideline. They can all do the math, Tyler, on that Millikan sideline. They know what that stop right there means.
Yeah, they will take a knee and they can party like it's 2009. That's the last time a Moore League team beat Poly, and it was right here on this field. This game didn't take overtime. It just took number 7 to take things over. 53-40, the final. And after the game, Anthony League, he called this his favorite game ever, and I kind of get it.
I mean, this is his Al Bundy game. How could this not be your favorite game? That was a legendary performance for a legendary team. Millikan now in the driver's seat for their first Moore League title since 1985, hoping to win their first outright since 1973.
And for Coach Romeo Pelham, he got the celebratory shower after the game, soaking in this moment. Year 6 for him in charge. Players love this guy, and obviously this is a feather in the cap for him and for this Millikan program. It took a lot to build up to this point, and this will be remembered for a long time.
Oh, without question. One of those special nights is going to be talked about for a long, long time in this city. A big congratulations to Millikan for breaking the second longest league win streak in state history, Tyler. Incredible performance by the Rams. For coverage of them and everything else Long Beach sports, you got to keep it right here.